And here we are back with good old Naval Germany. Now, a few things I've noticed. One, I'm getting copyright struck because of the music here. And it's the radio Comintern songs doing it. So we're going to knock that off and just stick to the normal Hoi 4 music, so hopefully those copy strikes don't keep coming for me, because that's a little bit annoying. And regrettably, Soviet songs are probably the best ones in the game. They really stepped it up with No Step Back. Okay, so fuck, it's in. Another thing, let's rename this Fortress Europe. It's no longer just the West Wall. Okay, we're good there. Good there. Good there. So just as a general recap, we've of course defeated France after taking the lowlands and Poland. We've been engaging in several naval skirmishes and a few big battles with England. We have knocked down the British Navy to about 240 or so ships. Most importantly, took out, I think it was 3 carriers, could have been 4 carriers. Also, we've reduced their battleship / battlecruiser count by at least 2. So those are kind of nice. We've got our own super heavy, not super heavy, excuse me, but very heavy Tier 3 battleships coming in the 1940s. Now, of course, we won't have those until 1943, but at least they're going. Make a few Mulberry Harbors for fun and games. And one of the reasons, in fact, the reason we did not invade England, despite the fact going through a very arduous Battle of Britain in the sky and the seas, is that... Where is it? Here we go. Ta-da! The Roger not yet measures. So what does that mean? It means if we capped England, that's it. It's effectively game over, because we would then get every single allied colony, and this game would be completely ruined economically. Economics is kind of the one thing that'll really hamper you as Germany. Of course, I'm running a very heavy naval strategy here, and with such a heavy naval strategy, it's very heavy on the fuel consumption. And despite the fact we've been building refineries now for almost just over 2 years, we're only making 3,400 oil from those refineries. So I may have to have the German Kriegsmarine here come back to the port, because we do have to, of course, fill up the gas tank here before running into the Soviet Union in 3 months' time. So we'll leave the fleet out there for a little bit, see what they can do. Another thing I noticed when I was just taking a brief look at the save off camera is... where is it? Security divisions. Nope, not the security division. Let's decommission you. Here we go. Just call you security division. Long story short is, let's deprioritize them, because they were getting nice weapons like MP38s, the tier 2 guns, and they just don't need those when they're fighting nothing but partisans. You know what? And another thing we'll do to increase the manpower is we're going to duplicate. Okay, we're going to call you security division. Upgraded security division. Okay. Guess what? They're getting a bunch of armored cars. We've been making a boatload of armored cars, not been fielding them. That is going to change here. So now we finally have the points to spend here. And let's see how many armored cars we got in reserve. About 4,800. Armored cars are really good at keeping your manpower up, just because they need so much less manpower. They got a bit of armor too, so they're good to stop manpower bleeding. Now, it's Germany. We've got boatloads of manpower right now, but it'd still be a good thing to do. Of course, once we start invading the Soviet Union, we're going to have a lot of territory to garrison. We won't have enough cars to do that. We'll still need the normal security cavalry divisions, but we can improve our situation. Let's see if that'll work. Yeah, just that hardness is such a big deal. And a good amount of manpower per suppression. Okay, let's see if we can fill it out. Saying we are low on aluminum, but I think they'll probably resolve after 1 day, because it just did. Okay. working on those cruisers. Let's check our current tech. Okay. We did start. We do need to finish up some better ships, though, of course, for our fight with America. Oh, definitely need to get the artillery done. And fuel refining will be useful long term. Require the synthetic fuel. We only have one more, and despite the fact of all those refineries, only 3.4k. So, of course, a 50% increase is pretty big, and you know, we'll get an extra fuel from these two. But it really does take a lot of refineries to make anything happen there. Eventually, we'll be doing armor upgrades, but not now. Improved heavy cannon off A2. That's interesting. We'll definitely want that. Improved medium howitzer. We'll want that too. So at some point, we'll probably be building some armor variants, but of course, because of the chokehold of Army EXP, we have not prioritized that at all. Doing our 3 industry techs. Actually, 4 different industry techs. Should be good. War bonds is running. Anything else we're looking at? Tactical air effort should be done real quick here, and then yeah, rocketry. Okay. And with that recap, I think away we go. So let's check on the Balkans here. Yugoslavia, of course, has had a bad day at the office, and Greece is about to as well. I'm curious. Yeah, Italy's got foreign claims there. They want to give that to us. Actually, yeah, I don't think they'd give us anything. Let's try Croatia and see what you say. Nope. Okay, yeah, we're not even gonna bother. Not very historical, but can't exactly, well, can't or don't exactly care much about fixing it, so there's that. More dockyards. Probably get some second Vienna War in alliance with Italy for those. Boost, researcher. Actually, we probably do want to keep the air focus. Yeah, the air focus is going here.
Angetreten.
I think we've broken their back here, so I'll probably just leave it to my allies. Stop burning some fuel. Let's see what we're making more of currently. Probably half tracks. Okay, yeah. We do want to get a good half track count up. And I severely underestimated the amount of armored cars we had versus our security concerns. So, we're going to need to fix that up. So let's set it back to normal infantry. And then, yeah, let's put the cars in Poland and see how that does numbers-wise. Okay, 3.2. So basically, we're gonna kind of use up the cars to the point where we no longer need them. Okay, let's see how that works, numbers-wise. 0.2. 800, okay.
Suchen Deckung.
I'm gonna take Thessaloniki, then we're probably gonna pull out Guderian here. And interestingly enough, Guderian did level up, and wow, okay, Guderian, you and your planning. Just pull you out, Guderian.
Achtung!
This will be in the bejesus out of the British fleet. By fleet, I definitely mean their, yeah. That's parked in their docks. Oh, Intel Ledger. Where your convoys going? Of course, you have shifted your convoys. come in tight for one more battle. Then I think we'll park the fleet and load up the gas. Just curious, I wonder where that tungsten came from. Certain things being bombed. Well, it's probably sabotage. Okay. And that's probably mostly from when I messed up on my security divisions. Wow, 3 German aces down in about 3 seconds there. Okay. Focke-Wulf. Wow, look at that number. Killing off about 30 Spitfire pilots a day. Of course, not all are Spitfires, but they do have a majority, about 900. So about 3/4 of their planes left are Spitfires. Frankly, we need to turn off that. Keep naval bombing the channel. But yeah, those tactical bombing, oh lord. Okay, nothing being run down to about 20 planes, okay. Yeah, that'll make Russia a little bit more interesting. Or a little more interesting than it should be, but... Actually gonna catch that person? No. Okay. Let's go home, Kriegsmarine.
Angetreten.
We got people exercising for EXP. Look at those Panthers exercising for EXP too. Who else needs to be exercising? More fighter pilots. A lot more fighter pilots, okay. Okay, when you misclick like that. Oh, instead of fighter scout planes, that'll be good. Okay, yeah, that close air oh man, those tactical bombers. Man, they shredded those tactical bombers. Number of armor cars is stable. Okay, perfect. $137 days on the fuel. Of course, I won't be able to get up that high. Maybe I can. Well, I can take an extra Soviet fuel. Don't mind if I do. Don't worry, I definitely will not be using it to invade you in short order. That would just be very mean. Okay, air's running 7.5k a day. Army's only got 1.6, okay. So if I had any strategic bombers, England would be completely leveled here. But I don't. Which is a normal German thing not to have any. Yeah, they absolutely are just feeding their planes into the blender here. And of course, I will need to move a good chunk of the Air Force to deal with Russia. They sent a bunch of their airplanes somewhere else. Backed off to only 500 a day. Russia's sitting about 5,500 planes or so. Okay. Well, we'll have an actual air war. Let's compare that to my fighter plane count. Just over 3,000, so about 3,400, 3,500. A little more than that, probably about 3,700. I'll never understand their love of logistics bombing. Like, I've just got enough trains that'll just never make a difference, but hey, knock yourself out, buddy. Okay, biggest failure of the game here is Raj for not attaining great power status. Though, we're letting things kind of go by. Let's take a look at the... So Germany's lost about only 30,000 men this entire war. It's pretty nice. Italy, nice to job with the 550,000 troops lost. Romania 44, Bulgaria 58. Lots of guys dying to Greece. Let's check Greece's kill count. Yeah, Greece lost 205k. Guys, Britain was lost 664,000 men. We're all out, lost about 2 million. Axis at 700. Let's take a look at our division counts. Probably throw down some more infantry divisions just to hold the line. Got a nice amount of reserves there. Let's check that again. Got 120 infantry divisions, of which... No, you are no longer France, of course. You are Barbarossa. We got you 34 guys training there. Done training, which many are, okay. We'll start spacing out guys later. We don't need to worry about that quite right now. Oh, well, you're in no man's land. Is there anywhere useful for you to go? We got a bunch of guys stacked up there. Just kind of like a deep reserve. Okay, I'll send you over there. And shoot, I'll keep one infantry division reserved there, but I'll pull the rest of you guys back. Just say that, and then... Yeah, so I'll leave 2 there. Pull 3 back. Sell you over. And I'll put some fighters on intercept. Or better yet, beautiful veterans right there. 6 not quite so distinguished, but you there also. I'll do the same thing here. Of course, intercept is very useful for fuel consumption. I'm burning a lot of fuel to kill off English planes like that, but I just do not want them to get a critical mass like this. Sorry, Little Iceland, buddy. Better Junkers planes in a bit here. First invasion of Soviet Union starts on June 22nd, so that's what we'll be aiming for. problems. Get you training.
Ihre Befehle. Ihre Befehle.
You know what? I'm gonna stop exercising. That fuel is just a little too important right now. panzer groups instead of 4 panzer groups like historically. Yeah, I'm just looking at the numbers. About 6 there. Panzer groups have entire 21. Okay, I think that's what, 3 less than what they had historically. Can I slightly beef up these guys with more medium tanks? Is the question. I basically can. Yes. Let's do that. Interesting, actually brings my piercing down. That's fine. Thought attack shoots up another 12. And yeah, that's what we want. Movement's 8.8, which is fine. Breakthrough also goes up big time. So does defense. Okay, let's do it. As you've noticed, and I've said, you know, I just don't need to upgrade the Panzers at this point. Oh, War with America breaking out. Of course, that means I'm sure they'll get brought into the Allies and then be at war with me, so that actually this will go way more interesting with the naval combat. And yeah, main issue is, of course, I have to take out the Soviet Union and seize their oil. Until I seize their oil, I'm not going to get too far. If you maxed your infrastructure here, buddy, of course you haven't. Speaking of infrastructure, I've not maxed infrastructure in Poland, nor have I upgraded the railways. Why? I want to see what happens when you don't. That may be a horribly, horribly bad mistake, but I want to see what happens. It might make it more interesting. Of course, Soviet Union was a major supply hell on earth for Germany during the actual Second World War. Well, in this game, even after the new patch, it's still not that hard to get everything through. Wow, really put out the bombers there. No, we'll keep shooting them down. For reconnaissance there. May, we got still a month to go, probably about 2 weeks before. Now, I think I am going to break the video here, because I will need to play for 3 more days. I'll break the video, because I need to do the Barbarossa setup and get units into position. Just so I have time to build their planning bonuses. I don't want to be moving them at literally the last second. Oh. Yeah, another genius thing. Not been doing a cipher at all the entire game. You know, that's good RP as Germany with their terrible, terrible intelligence agency. So, we're not even gonna bother with Soviet. Yeah, let's go with the Soviet Union. And do we want to decrypt a little faster? Sure, let's decrypt a little faster. Of course, that'll smack my output there, but worth it. For the naval bombers, and then back to all the ships. Of course, I could do an Atlantic Wall, but how things are going, we won't need that one until later, if ever. Okay, one more day, then we're going to break the video, and I'll get the Barbarossa setup going. Here we go. See you in the next video.